Hello. Right, this one's another decimal one, and this one's all about adding and subtracting, add and subtract decimals. Now, the main thing that you need to remember when you're doing this is to keep things in columns. Be disciplined about where you're going to put things. So if we have 32.8 add 4.6, keep the decimal points in a lovely column. Keep one under the other. If you're adding more than two numbers, again, keep them. And you just add the numbers together as if you were adding ordinary numbers. And the decimal point is going to go there in the answer. Yeah, there. So 6 and 8 are 14. 4, carry 1. 2 and 4 are 6, plus 1 is 7, and 3. Yeah, 37.4. Now, if you've got 30, oh, it's like 32 again, isn't it? That's 36.04, and you want to add 3.8. Yeah. Same thing. Don't worry about this. You can, if you want to, put a 0 in there just to keep it tidy. There's no point in putting a 0 in this, but yeah, keep it tidy so that it's the same length as the others. It doesn't matter, but it might help you to begin with. So 4 and 0 make 4, 8 and 0 make 8, 3 and 6 and 9, and 3 and nothing make 3. And the decimal point goes there in the answer. So adding decimal numbers is pretty much the same as just adding ordinary numbers together. So I hope that's okay. There'll be a worksheet on this as always. So let's do some 42.6 minus 3.7. So now we're subtracting. So we know we're going to get a positive answer because 42 is way bigger than 3 point something. Now if you want to just have a rough check to see what your answer is going to be, ignore all the decimals and just do 42 take away 3 is 39. So you get the scale of of what your answer is going to be. Right, 6 take away 7 we can't do. So we do this borrow thing again. So we'll borrow 1 from the 2, call that 1 and put 1 over there. 16 take away 7 is 9. There's the decimal point. 1 take away 3 we can't do, so we'll borrow 1 from there, put that 11. 11 take away 3 is 8, and 3 take away nothing is 3. So yeah, so when we did 42 take away 3 is 39 is an answer. 38.9 is not far off. Okay, so let's do a much more difficult one. So 30.04 minus 2.15. Okay, so there's lots of borrowing and lots of things going on here. So 4 take away 5 we can't do, so we have to borrow something. There is nothing there. So we go to the left. There is nothing there. So we're going to borrow 1 off of this. So we're going to go 2 and then call that 10. Remember, we've still got to work our way down to the 4. So we borrow 1 of those 10, call that 9, and call that 10. Still haven't got to the 4 yet, so we'll borrow another 1 off of there, 9, and call that 14. Now we're on a roll. 14 take away 5 is 9. 9 take away 1 is 8. There's our decimal point. 9 take away 2 is 7. And 2 take away nothing is 2. So there you go. So subtraction is the same as subtraction with ordinary numbers. The only difference between anything with decimals here in add and subtract is you've got to remember to keep them all in line and put the dot the decimal point in the right place. So let's have a look at some examples. 88.464, pause and have a go at these before I do them. 88.464 plus 75.8. So we do 88.464 plus 75.8. Okay, so we could fill that in with zeros if we wanted to, but 4 and nothing make 4, 6 and nothing make 6, 4 and 8 make 12, there's the decimal point, 8 and 5 make 13, add 1, 14, 8 and 7 are 15, add 1, 16, there we go. Subtract 451.64 minus 85.6. So they're all in line. So 4 take away nothing is 4. 6 take away 6 is 0. Decimal point. 1 take away 5, we can't do that. So we'll borrow 1 off of there. Put 1 over there. 11 take away 5 is 6. 4 take away 8, can't do that either. So let's borrow 1 off of there and call that 14. 14 take away 8 is 6. And 3 take away nothing is 3. 366. Now, this is more like it when you come to a functional skills. It's not just numbers, add them up, take them away. They try and make it functional. They try and make the numbers relate to something in real life. So here's Tom in his bank account. He's got £262 odd in his bank account. He pays in a cheque. When was the last time anybody used a cheque for 56.23? Perhaps it's from the Inland Revenue or something. And then, well, yeah, you can take a picture and you can do it all sorts of ways now. Then he spends some money on petrol and spends some money in the supermarket. How much is left? Right. So we're going to start with 262.98. He pays in a cheque, so that means we're going to have to add that on to his starting money. So 8 and 3 are 11, 9 and 2 are 11, 12, decimal. 2 and 6 are 8, and 1 is 9. 6 and 5 are 11, and 2 and 1 are 3. So 319.21. Now this is money, yeah? And you either put the pound or you put the pence, but not both. Now money is the perfect thing for a decimal. Now the thing with, we'll come back to that in a minute. The thing with money is that if you, let's say, what can we do? If you have £3.20 plus £1.50, and you do that on a calculator, you will get 4.7 as an answer. Yeah. Now we've got to remember that this, because the calculator won't take any notice of this, you've got to remember that this is 70 pence, not 7. So there will be a mistake. So, or there is the potential for a mistake. I'm sure you won't make any. So where are we now? So we've got a total after we put the check in. Now he's going to spend some money on petrol. Now we could take this £319.21, take away the petrol money, get an answer, and take away the supermarket money to get an answer. That would be fine. But what I'm going to do is add these two together and then take the total away from 319. So 39.47. And you can see up there is no calculator. And 41.42. You don't have to keep putting pound signs in all the way until you actually get the answer, the final thing. So that's 7 take away 2 is 5, 0, 8. Oh, I'm adding them. So 9808. So he spent on his petrol and his supermarket £80.89. So now I've got £319.21, and I'm going to take away £80.89. Oh, there's some borrowing going on here. So 1 take away 9, can't do it. So call that 1 and that 11. 11 take away 9 is 2. 1 take away 8, can't do that either. So call that 8 and that 11. 11 take away 8 is 3. Decimal. 8 take away that is 8. 1 take away 8, can't do that either. 11 take away 8 is 3. 2 take away 0 is 2. So, put the pound sign in. The final answer. How much money has he left in his account? £238.32. Okay, so, as you can see, we're still on section 1 and we're up to lesson, I don't know, 8 or 9 already. So, there's plenty of lessons, but they're not too long. Just a tiny little bit each day. That's all you need to do. So there's going to be a worksheet on this, and I'll see you in the next one.